look at the fishbowl. Hey, what's up, you guys? Sharpness Prime here doing another Marvel Universe figure review on the Marvel Universe Rhino figure. This review is brought to you by MarvelousNews.com. Be sure to check them out for all the latest in Marvel-related news. If you're trying to get your Marvel Universe figures and you cannot find them at retail, I suggest you click the link below and go to Big Bad Toy Store.
Big. Get your big badass toys at BigBadToyStore.com. Click the link in the description below.
So here's a look at the packaging. Pretty decent artwork. It says Rhino. Nice picture of Rhino right there. Age a Dad 4+. We have Troll right there. Collect them all in many languages. Elektra, Captain America, Mysterio right over there. Cool picture of the Rhino figure, more artwork, and then over here, modeled after the evolutionary perfection of the rhinoceros's plates, the indestructible polymer armor fused to Rhino allows him to demolish whatever gets in his way. This Rhino figure's badass, man. I really like it a lot. This is just a really cool figure. I thought it was the same exact sculpt as the Marvel Select Rhino, which I love this figure as well. But, I don't know, there's some things that are just slightly different about him. For instance, this guy has a bunch of these bumps, all these warts and his Rhino bumps and whatnot. This guy doesn't have that on here, but they really have very similar articulation, and the sculpt is very similar as well. I'll do a better comparison later on, but for right now, let's take a close look at this guy. So I think the head sculpt looks pretty cool. It's not amazing. It's, you know, it's the Rhino, so it's pretty good. I wish they had painted some details right here in the horn, because like on the Marvel Select figure, and it's kind of unfair to compare the two, but look at all that. This has all kinds of crazy detail over here. This one, no, not really. But the sculpting is there. You can see lines right there in the horn, so that's pretty cool. And I do love the color variation on this. It is very, very cool. Love how he's got those huge neck muscles going on over there. Really nice sculpting right here. I love all the lines etched in there and the variations of gray on this thing. Very cool. Got a very pointy wiener. And then he's got his hooves right over here. Some nice paint shading going on the hooves. Ashrock pointed out in his review that, you know, the color of the plastic and the joints is different from the rest of the figure. And that is a bit of a bummer. Even though they did paint him over here, so that's not too bad. It's just they're not thoroughly painted Rhino butt. You can see there's some of the paint and then that really flat light gray. And then here's the back, looking cool. You know, you got a cool figure if you can just have it standing vanilla like that, and you can just look at it and go like, wow, that's a really cool looking figure. His head is on a ball peg right over here. When you pop his head off, it makes that sound, you know, hear it a little bit right there. You can move his head kind of side to side on this weird angle, and it moves down a little bit, but it doesn't really move up too much. But you can half it, so you can peel it some more, get it going like that. You know, you get this weird gap, but at least you could do that so that when you have him charging forward, I have him looking up that way, and it doesn't look so bad in my opinion. Anyway, his shoulders move outward, they move forward. I wish he had a bicep swivel. No bicep swivel. His elbows bend that far, they rotate side to side. He has wrist rotation over here. He's got a diaphragm joint that can crunch a little bit forward, a little bit back, pretty not too bad over here, side to side, and it does have a little bit of a diaphragm pivot, so I like that. It's pretty cool. He has these hip joints that move outward and then they move forward, but they swing out at the side, and I find that annoying. But it's not a huge deal because you could rotate the knees like this, so that's how you can get him running, and it bends at the knee as well. And then he has ankles that move down, they move up, and he has a gorgeous ankle pivot, and he has peg holes at the bottom of his feet. And yeah, I mean, I really think he should have come with double jointed knees, and I would have preferred having a cut right here at the upper thigh, so that does kind of suck. As much as it does irritate me, it's not a huge nuisance when I'm trying to get him into the poses that I want to get him in. So this Rhino figure stands, I want to say, just at about 5 inches tall, a little less than 5 inches tall. Damn. And here he is compared to the Marvel Universe Juggernaut figure. They're pretty much the same exact height. I feel like Juggernaut should be a little bit taller, but this is actually a prime example of the articulation that would have been preferred. See, you know, having the cuts over here, double jointed knees, bicep swivel over here, you know, and you know, that it just would have been nice. And here Rhino is compared to Mysterio and Electro, so yeah, building up our Marvel Universe Spider-Man villains. Actually, here we go. This is all 4 of them. I think this is the only 4 there are, right? I don't think there's any more than these 4, but there are the Spider-Man, I guess the Spider-Man classics for the 3 3/4 inch have come out as well. Here he is compared to the Marvel Universe Rhino that came with the Spider-Man, that Spider-Man Rhino 2-pack. And I have to say, you know, I still really appreciate this figure. I still think it looks very cool. I mean, the height on it is just really dope, and he does have an extreme neck hinge, which is really cool. But this one I think is just better. This is like the Rhino that I know more than anything, even though this one is still pretty badass looking. And here he is compared to Spider-Man. This is Spider-Man that came with the Bulldozer 2-pack. And here he is compared to the Marvel Select Rhino. Now, my initial reaction was, oh, they just downscaled the Marvel Select. But there are subtle differences between the two. And by looking at them from afar, I mean, you could understand where I was thinking there may have been the same exact mold. They do have the same exact articulation except for the head joint. He actually has some head movement over here. He's got like a neck joint kind of thing instead of just the head popping off. But aside from that, they do have the same exact articulation. You can tell looking at the lower torso over here and here, it is quite different. And I don't know. There's similarities, there's differences. Anyway, that's my review, you guys. I hope you dig it, and I'll catch you later. Peace. And if you're trying to get your marvelous figures,